Also, today we have Booker Tall's son, who actually started the journey as well to obtain a garden for the African American Cultural Gardens. In 1977, this was completed, or the dedication for the garden was completed. And this site was approved. So again, kudos to those two. Thank you so very much. Reginald Tall and his family. So if you both could come forward, we'd like to give you a token of our appreciation. Miss Jackson, Saul, if you can come forward. While this is not totally all, this is a symbolic. This is a symbolic token of our esteemed appreciation for having been the trailblazers that your family did. And with this, we give you the honors and the praise and say thank you so very much. And we truly hope that the next time you make this journey from California, that you'll be here to dedicate the completion of the garden. But again, thank you so very much, both of you, for coming. Thank you. Again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking out your busy schedule to attend. Obi?
Thank you. So many people to hear from. Dr. Will Curry, the president of the Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation. We welcome you, and would you welcome us? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm Wyatt Curry. I'm the president of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation. We are honored, truly, immensely honored by being here today and joining with you the celebration. There are a lot of things to celebrate today. We're here to celebrate Juneteenth, the Emancipation Proclamation signed by President Abraham Lincoln in 1863 and followed by the events in Texas in 1865. This is not a day for African American community to celebrate alone. This is a National Freedom Day. This is a National Freedom Day. A triumph for the millions of enslaved people over the centuries, and a triumph for all the people who struggled for justice and equality. We're here to celebrate Juneteenth as a federal national holiday, which was recognized in 2021, so the whole country can reflect on ending that ugly chapter and celebrate throughout the country. This is a reminder that there is still a lot of work to be done in combating racism at all levels. We're here to celebrate the designation of the Cleveland African American Cultural Garden as a site on the Civil Rights Trail in Northeast Ohio. This ground was the base for the National Guards in the 60s, and now it's the site of this beautiful garden. This designation is a great honor, not only for the African by your community to establish this cultural garden, which was approved in 1977 by the Gardens Federation with the help of great leaders in the subsequent decades. Mr. Jackson, Mr. Toll, Mayors White and Jackson, Senator Voinovich, and many, many others. We celebrated the completion of Phase 1 in 2016, the door of no return. Inspired by the monument in Ghana, and look forward to celebrating the project completion in 2024. A special thanks to the contribution of Mr. Carl Ewing, my friend Carl. Stand up. The President and Chairman of the Board of the Association, for his hard work, diligence, and leadership. Peace through mutual understanding. By having this garden in this, and look forward to the project completed in the near future. On behalf of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens Federation Board and our Executive Director, Lori, we welcome you, we support you, we celebrate with you, and we wish you great success in reaching your goal.
Thank you, Dr. Corey. Y'all see what I did? I double mic this so you can, okay, all right. We also would like to welcome Catherine Puckett from Restore Cleveland Hope. I just wanted to say that it's so good not only to see so many people out here, but so many people with a little sticker that says, I donated, right? That's what it's all about. I've got people all the time tell me, well, you got my support, but I don't have their monetary support yet. I need you to actually donate so we can get this thing finished. Dr. Catherine Puckett from Cleveland Hope.
Really wonderful to see this celebration. Hold this one. Okay. This celebration that has spread throughout the United States. As a child in Oklahoma, Juneteenth was a very, very big day, and my childhood was a good while ago. It was a huge day. In the African American community, it was a bigger day than July 4th. And it is just wonderful to see that it has spread across the country. I am here as a member of the organization Restore Cleveland Hope. We operate the historic Cozad Bates House located in University Circle at 11508 Mayfield Road. Please do visit us. We are free and open to the public every Saturday from 12 to 4. Our organization was founded by Miss Jones Southgate, who walked a 519-mile route taken by the Freedom Seekers from southern Ohio all the way up to Canada, where African Americans truly found real freedom before the 13th Amendment. Then Joan turned her attention to saving the Cozad Bates House, and with much assistance from this gentleman, Chris Ronayne, that house was saved and restored as an Underground Railroad museum. Please do visit us on Saturday, any Saturday, free between the hours of 12 and 4, and we are certainly available to come out to your venues and bring the stories of the heroic people, freedom seekers, their conductors, who worked on the Underground Railroad. Cleveland has a really rich history. Ohio is considered by most historians to have been the most traveled state by freedom seekers. It was a free state surrounded by slave states. People were trying to get to Hope, and then from Hope to get to Canada. Praise the Lord. So please do visit us. Thank you.
We want to thank Catherine and the Cozad Bates Home for partnering with us on this historic day and for opening the Cozad Bates Home today in the area. Tell me, y'all, if you see Dan Bickerstaff waving his hand. He is the architect of the the lead architect behind the African American Cultural Garden. I also would like to recognize the Holden Arboretum. They are contributors to us, as well as the Cleveland Restoration Society, and all of our sponsors that are listed on the last page of your program. And there are volunteers that have volunteers on the back of their shirts. And we thank you for taking the time out, and they're really working hard. Okay. That have been working really hard to make sure that our emotional support becomes financial support, right? Because everybody has the emotional support. I also would like to recognize Target. Target is another one of our sponsors. People on the street ask me, have you gone to the corporate community? Yes, we have corporations. Now we just need you, the community, to give what you can. I also would like to just recognize a friend of mine who's been a friend for years. Betty Pinkney, can you just wave your hand? Yeah. We just saw you down there. We said we got to recognize you. Okay, we have a few people that are critical that we would like to introduce to you. One of them has been playing drums for about the last hour, but he is also, as you know, the councilman from this ward, Councilman Kevin Conwell. Come on up, Kevin.
I didn't have this area when the implementation of this project, and my good friend, he needs to come up and stand right next to me. I believe in giving credit where credit due. No, I'm not talking about you, Councilman Jeff Johnson. Come right up, man. He first came when we set the funding straight to get dollars to African cultural gardens. It was through Jeff Johnson. I was the neighboring ward. I had Little Italy and parts of Glenville at that time. So Jeff was in my ear. He was the councilman over here. He said, Councilman Conwell, put your money where your mouth is at. Remember that? I'm going to give you the mic in a quick second. In a quick second. He did tell me that because it's about funding. Last year, I had the legislature call because you tore my phone up, tore it up early in the morning before I went out walking. And we legislated $174,000 out of the city coffers to this project right here along. You remember that, Angela Woodson? It means a lot to me. You gotta walk it like you talk it or you lose that beat. I would also thank, because I believe in giving credit where credit due, Colonel Jones and Chris Monet and my gorgeous wife Yvonne Conwell. They just legislated $300,000 to help build this right here and put dollars into this. But we need more help. This is the thing about politicians. When they see you out there saying to Carl and Lavina Ewan that we need to make this grow, and they see you out here, what we do, we count people, and then more dollars will come in. Just like Cozad Basement, she forgot to remember when the late Bubba Boy, he gave you $300,000, and I legislated to save the house back in 2005. Isn't that right, Chris? And then the University Hospital quit claim the land over to you. It takes people to work together to make these things work. And they see you out there working and pushing. Then the state legislators will give more dollars to just like Chris Romaine and Jones. I'm going to yield it over to the guy that was first in my ear. Not you, Carl, you can tell my own about the dollars. To you, Councilman, gotta walk it like you talking on your news that beat. That's the true story.
Let me just briefly.
That's the true story.
You know, sometimes he mixes Drummer and Councilman together, and that's what we get. And we're used to that down here in Glenville. The only one that has a councilman that I think can play the drums the way you do. This place right here, I think of Leo Jackson, I do think of Booker Tall, and there's others as well. But they had a vision here, and we're still struggling to finish that vision. But when I was here, we did get together with the Mayor Frank Jackson and the bigger staff. If you have not seen the design, you have to see it. It is beautiful. That's why we are so determined to finish it. I think we need $2 million, but we got some money. So we've got 2 more phases. So we're working through it. But please understand that we are determined to transform this area to recognize African American history. And so I just want to thank everyone here who had a say in it, and those who weren't here, who are not here. But it's so important. I live up the hill with many of you folks here. We in Glenville take this personally. And it was very important for us to make this happen. That's why it was important for me to get it done. So please give, please fight. City Hall, we need you to put all 3. The state and the county wants to make sure he passes on the burden. So we need to be able to, and I know that I have our friend now, Chris Romaine, who's a neighbor from University Circle, so he's committed as well to this. We're going to make this happen. Let's all do it together. God bless you.
And I'm going to yield real quick. The Kozak Base House, you got to visit it. This area was called Hope years and years ago. Catherine, she's telling you, this area is very important to visit it. I see a lot of yellow buses from Willoughby. I see a lot of yellow buses from South Euclid, but I don't see my people there at the Kozak Base House, located at 11508 Mayfield Road. It is your building. You can go there and see the history of the Great Migration. You come in and celebrate that. What Project Hope did is year-round. A lot of people thank you and God bless.
You've already heard what Councilman Purnell Jones's impact has been on the African American Cultural Garden, so let me bring him right up. Councilman Jones.
Thank you, Obi. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by just thanking Obi Shelton, Carl, and the entire board for all they have done to get us to here today. We want to thank them. Can we give them a round of applause for all they have done? This is truly an important day. Juneteenth is an important holiday that we have learned about from a young age, but now the rest of the country and the world are learning more about it today. I'll share this with you. I always thought about, as I drove down this street for years, I said, where's the African American garden? For years, I actually didn't see it. You know, the signage has been in recent years. Okay, I can think all the other cultures are represented. Where's ours? But now we see the signage. We see the work coming forward. And I think about how when we grew up, we always learned about the melting pot, right? All of America's a melting pot. We all melt in, and I kind of thought it's great to be one, but why you got to be melted up and everybody gone and something new, you know, is one. So I kind of got a different idea. I kind of thought, what instead of a melting pot, what if it was like a pot of stew or a chicken pot pie? Everything's still in it, and it's still one, but we all get to bring our own flavor to the pot. And that's what I see when I drive down this street. And now to see our culture reflected right here today. What does Juneteenth mean to me and this cultural garden? It means that we matter. It means that we matter. So this is an important day. Again, I'm happy, as Kevin's already said, we did our part here to help. He mentioned Yvonne, he mentioned the county executive, Chris Romaine, threw my name in there. But I need one more person to be acknowledged. Meredith Turner. All right, Meredith, raise your hand. This money doesn't happen without her support. So I just want to thank you, and again, all 11 of County Council who is extremely supportive of this, of today. So again, thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to Carl. Over.
Thank you, Councilman. We are honored to have our our county executive, Chris Ronayne. We've known each other down through the years, and it's an honor to be able to introduce you in this capacity, both of us, right at this time. Chris Ronayne.
Thank you, Obi Sheldon. Give it up again for Obi. He's always everywhere that matters, and we thank you for your leadership in this community. If he wasn't MC, he'd be playing on stage as well. He, in addition to Councilman Cowell and Footprints, is a heck of a musician. I want to double down on what my friend and Council President Pernell Jones said also about Meredith Turner. She's always here and always in the places that matter. Thank you, County Councilwoman, and thank you, County Council President, for your partnership. I want to say, Jeff Johnson can attest this. I was here last year with him. This has grown. That's great news, right? This Juneteenth festival has grown, as it should. And let's grow it all throughout Rockefeller Park to the point where someday, Lori and Weil, I'm going to go out on a limb, that we have to close the streets down because we can walk the entire park because Juneteenth is huge. How about it? All right, well, I miss you guys geographically. I'm working downtown now, but not far away. I do need to give my best to my Old Wade Oval Wednesdays shout out, and it's simply to find out where you're coming from. So how many of you here today are from Cuyahoga County? All right, thank you, Cuyahoga County residents. How many within Cuyahoga County are here from the city of Cleveland itself? All right, city of Cleveland, thank you. And how many are coming from other counties inside the state? Anybody else? Thank you. And is anybody here today from out of state? We always welcome those who are here. Well, we'll get to, hey, we got two right here. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back to Ohio and Northeast Ohio, Cuyahoga County and the CLE. I want to just say a couple of things about the gardens and then just quickly about Juneteenth. One, on the gardens, it has taken advocacy, and nobody has advocated more for this garden, the African American Cultural Garden, than Carl Ewing.